Good morning, sweetheart. What's up? And welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you had a good night's sleep. Thank God for a brand new day. We are up and grateful. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I don't insert clips because of copyright strikes. Okay. Thank you. Bear with me. Don't forget to like the video. Now, guys, Ramona has been sulking up. She's been sleeping. I guess if she has spoken with Thandeka, I do not know. Okay, if she has done that, because yesterday while I was, after the whole eviction, Thandeka was with Mmeli. This lady went to the garden. She was crying. She was just regretting everything. Then went back to the room and was sleeping. And there was Mmeli and Thandeka where were having a conversation. Now, what's prompted me to go back to this particular gist, okay, was because I saw something on the social space where people said Thandeka did not even bother to go check on Ramona and what? Okay, let me tell you put something. Now that this thing has happened, okay, it's like Thandeka is taking all the blame. Everybody's saying a lot on the social space because she was following Thandeka, because she's a follower, because this next time she will learn not to be a follower. But do you know, when I sat down to look at this, when I sat down to look at this, I just saw it like it's a thing of choice. I don't think Thandeka told you to do this or not to do this, and I don't think she told you. You were not the only person that was coming close to Thandeka. It was Koki was there too, but these people also provoked you to react. They also provoked you. You see the Yema when Ramona was standing by the door the very day night they were seated at the table. Liena pointed at her, and that was why she came close. Ilano too, that's Gadlaza, also provoked her, that made her use that same word. And now, guys, those of you saying that, oh, transphobic, she's supposed to, I don't know whether you people did not listen to when Big Brother was reading out the things on the rule book. Any form of derogatory speech that has to do with race, tribe, gender, or whatever does not attract the person leaving the house. No, the person is going to be punished and the person is going to be, I think, reprimanded. Then the person is expected to refrain from such acts, which if the person do not, it can cause make the person to be removed from the show. Like imagine you keep using the same thing or you keep attacking. And if you look at that, Thandeka didn't generalize it. She didn't say she never liked them. She didn't mock her. It happened while an argument was ongoing. Like I keep telling you guys that sometimes the knowledge people have about you, that's what they come to you with. Because they are in the house, they don't really know much about them. They don't really know much about them. Yeah. So the little info you have about them, that's what you're going to come at them with. Just like they keep saying, oh, Thandeka, she's this, she's that, the body shame her, they do this, they do a whole lot of things, right? And do you guys know that there was a time Trixie called this Ilana? Yeah, man. She just said it. You know, one thing I've come to understand that the whole thing was just centered on Thandeka. The ladies wanted Thandeka to know. Now, while Thandeka was having this conversation with Mmeli, there was something I noticed, okay, which I want to say here. I don't know if I may be right or may be wrong, right? Yeah, we have seen Mmeli, we've seen him like show love, concern, and all of that to Thandeka, and we've also heard Didi say so many things. That Mmeli did this, Mmeli did that. You know, that is sometimes I hate to follow people with their words, go with the actions. Don't forget about what they are saying. Just check how they are behaving. You know, Didi mentioned the other time how Mmeli is not on her level or something, how they are going to be having arguments, quarrels every day if she eventually dates someone like him, that it was in week one, that no more. But she's still obsessing about him. She's still talking about him. She was telling Bougie B that Saturday night that she's going to, if Thandeka leaves on Sunday, she's going to be with Mmeli and all of that. Now, at the Sunday Life eviction, when Smash called Didi, Didi was the first person Smash called. I saw the expression on Mmeli's face, and while she was explaining too, then yesterday while Mmeli was having this conversation with Thandeka, because Iliano was at the other end, they were actually seated in the garden. Ilana was at the other end, just talking about Thandeka. I think I brought you guys that info. I believe she must have been so disappointed that Thandeka will not come apologize to her. You know, the way she was dancing, she was just so happy at the whole stuff. Like, oh, she's gonna leave the house. And she said in a game when they asked her who it was she liked, she mentioned Mmeli, that she did not mean it. When she said that, there was a way the camera went to Didi. You know, these cameramen, they know exactly who. The camera went to Didi's face. Maybe, oh, you like Melly? Okay, so she said, "But that was just it. 10 minutes. Tandega didn't leave Melly's side. No, 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 no. No. You know they keep saying that once they talk to Melly, she'll come back his side, and you know she's not going to leave his side and all of that. So while she was saying it, her voice was just so loud, guys. So Thandeka and Millie were just talking, and Thandeka was like, that's Ilano is so loud. This girl is so loud that she doesn't even know how to, she's anywhere she's talking, she's so loud that majority of them are just loud, speaking loudly and all. He mentioned Didi. Okay. When she mentioned Didi, do you know that all of these things, sweet good I want to say sweet good over all of these things, Melly did not utter a word. So when she said mentioning Didi, Melly started singing. He started singing, just singing one kind of song and all, trying to distract her from that conversation. I don't know if he's trying to make her not to talk about them. He would have just said, babe, just don't talk about them. But like, he didn't want to hear that when someone is talking to you and you're like doing other things just to divert the person's attention. I think Thandeka picked it and she was like, you can go give them some dick. He said, go give them some D. Okay, yeah. Before then, he stayed admiring his thighs. He was like, yeah, this is like a drumstick. Yeah, it was like this is like a drumstick, and he was mentioning one fitness or gym instructor. This is this work, this is that work, and all of that. He was just different away from what it was Tandega was saying. He didn't even concur. He didn't even say anything. He didn't even say, okay, young man is actually playing a game. But one thing I feel like you should advise your woman also, say stay away or don't talk about them and not just keep quiet. I don't know if you want her to get disqualified or because yesterday he thought she was going to, because when they were calling out Thandeka this Biggie was reading out. But after Biggie read out what was written on the rule book regarding the whole derogatory against tribe race, I knew she was not going to be this. It was not even a double strike thing. It was not a double strike. I was even thinking it was going to be a serious warning and maybe some punishment, right? So, but guys, I was kind of like disappointed because it was still there. He did that. Consider what you're doing, babe. He did like this. Please, I love me some honest friend. If you want to talk to Thandeka, I know, yeah, you keep saying she's whatever she says, she speed up fast. We all know that, but at the same time, like, just let her not just even talk about them, so that when those people want to like, oh, you're just talking about them, let her just be on her own. I think last night she spoke to, I think I'll come to that. Is Didi while Didi put the was it honey or what? She didn't put it in the fridge. It was paused. She had to call her attention to it and all of that. These are the things she does that make them feel she's like this, and other things that she is not really coming down, staying with them, gisting with them, because she was almost like on the first night she was already glued to her man. So that alone, there are so many things. But what I want to say is, I know that right now everybody's still in their feelings and all of that. Ramona is still hot, but I would wish for Ramona and Thandeka to have a conversation. Like, it's not Thandeka's fault. It's not. Sometimes you hear people say something and you use the same word. Okay, yeah, and they also came out because it wasn't Thandeka that told Ilano to come at Ramona, right? So I really sat down to look at this. I'm like, no, of course we all have friends, yeah, and we don't inherit our friends be, but sometimes you still stand up to the truth and tell people this is the way it is, this is not the way it is. If she hadn't said that thing, probably she wouldn't have gotten a strike. And it's a thing of choice. Nobody told you not to say. People have altercations and they come at others. Is your choice to borrow their words and tell another person or not, right? So she is not really at fault here. Let me say that because they came at her because she was returned. So are they going to? So everybody should isolate Thandeka? No, it doesn't really make sense. I think Ramona should put herself together and stop making it look like I don't know if this is going to be a pity stuff now. Babe, put yourself together. You're not a kid. Even the other Tracy who said the most hurtful things and who did it is not even feeling remorseful. Like if someone smash called her out, just you said something they gave you, now you're trying to paint this other lady black, like to the viewers. To me is it doesn't make sense. Please, Ramona should grow up, and besides she's not a kid anymore. Share your thoughts in the comment section. See you guys in the next one. Bye.